All praise to the Most High. Say that then, proper preparation and patience prepares you to prosper. Everybody, hold on. Everybody was born to win and programmed to lose. Celebrities and famous athletes destroy you. I'm going to wait until some people get on here, and then I'm going to talk about this. We live, and we living. Everybody was born to win and programmed to lose. Celebrities and famous athletes destroy you. You see the title. This is really what's going on. And you're going to see it when I start saying it. This is what's really going on in the world. So now there's 11 people in here. Shout out to everybody watching. This is a real topic. When it comes to celebrities and athletes, you are programmed to worship them. You're programmed to follow them. You're programmed to be a fanatic of them. And when you do this, this destroys you. You know why it destroys you? Because now you're spending all your extra time to study an athlete's stats. You're spending all your extra time to study news about an athlete. You're spending all your extra time studying these different sports teams. They don't know you and they don't care about you. So now you're spending the majority of your life, oh, this is my favorite team. This is my favorite athlete. Oh, I got to watch the highlights of the game. Oh, I got to watch the highlights of this athlete. What does this athlete do on his off time? Now you studying these athletes. You know everything about these athletes. You know all about their highlight tapes. You know about how many points they score and how many runs they score in a touchdown. You know all their yards, their rushing yards, their passing yards. You know how fast they run. You know where they went to high school at. You know all this stuff about these athletes and these celebrities. How about you stop? How about you watch your highlight tape? How about you watch the highlights of your own life? How about you be a fanatic of yourself? How about that? Celebrities and athletes destroy you because when you spend all your time worshiping them, being fanatics, studying all their information, studying all their news articles, everything about them, everything about the team, oh, my team. People fight and do all kind of stuff when someone talks about their team. They're not your team. You're not the owner. You're not the owner of the NFL team. You're not the owner of the NBA team. You're not the owner. Why are you angry that your team lost? Because they programmed you to be this way. Everybody is born to win, but programmed to lose. You're programmed to lose because you're programmed to worship celebrities. You're programmed to worship rappers, be fanatics of celebrities, be fanatics of rappers, be fanatics of athletes. Really think about it. Why do you care? Why would you want to worship an athlete and study their highlight film, watching their highlights, studying their stats on the season? Why would you want to do that? How about you start doing that for yourself? How about you study the highlights in your life? How about you focus your time and energy on yourself? People's minds are destroyed because of celebrities and athletes. And it's not because of the celebrity and athlete that their mind is destroyed. Their mind is destroyed because this world destroyed their mind because they programmed them from young, once they got into sports, to start worshiping celebrities, worshiping athletes. Oh, this is my favorite team. Oh, that's my favorite team. This is my favorite player. I know his stats. This player is better than that player. Who cares? Focus on your own life. Why would you not focus on your own highlight tape? Focus on your own highlights in your own life. There's no way you should be spending all your time studying a running back. Oh, I know what this running back, how many rushing yards and touchdowns they had in high school, in college, in the NFL. I know all the teams they played for. I know all their highlight tapes. I know their strong suits. I know their weaknesses. Like, how about you do that for yourself? I promise this world is crazy. People are programmed to worship and be fanatics of somebody that they don't know, somebody that doesn't care about them at all. They're crying over these athletes. They're crying over these celebrities. They're fighting over these celebrities. They're fighting over these athletes. Their team lose. They want to fight in the stands. Think about this programming. Think about how deeply people are programmed. You know all the stats of this random person that's a quote unquote famous athlete, but you don't know nothing about yourself. You don't study yourself. You study these athletes, but you don't study yourself. You study the celebrities, but you don't study yourself. What is your highlight tape? Can you even think of it? If you can't, it's because you were programmed to focus on other people's highlight tape, a celebrity's highlight tape, an athlete's highlight tape. You know their stats, all their wins. Do you know your own wins? Do you ever think about your own wins? Do you ever meditate on your own wins? Do you ever study your own wins? Do you ever study your own film? Do you ever study your own game film? Do you ever study your own practice? Do you ever study your strengths or your weaknesses? This is why this world is crazy. This world is crazy. It's backwards. You are programmed. You were programmed. We all were, everybody, programmed from young. You get into sports. Now you got this sports team, you got this sports team, you got this league, you got NBA, you got NFL, you got all the players, they got their name on the back of the jersey. You worrying about wearing a jersey with another man's name on the back. How about wearing a jersey with your name on the back? How about you start wearing a jersey with your name on the back? How about you go on, we live in technology world right now, so you can go on some type of website, find a jersey, put your name on the back, pick a number that you like, and start wearing that jersey. How about you start doing that? How about you start being a fanatic of yourself? How about you cut the time down that you spend watching the NFL or the NBA and you start watching yourself? How about you start studying your highlight film? How about you start knowing your own stats? How about you start doing that? Imagine how your life would change if you started studying your own highlight tape. Imagine how your life would change if you started studying your own highlight tape. How about you start doing that and stop being a fanatic of these athletes and celebrities? You're being a fanatic of a stranger. The time that you spend over a lot of years, the time that you spend being a fanatic, knowing all these athletes and celebrities' stats and highlight tapes and film breakdowns from high school, college, and beyond. If you take the time away from doing that and you put that into yourself, imagine how far you will be in life. Imagine how far you can go in life if you redirect your energy from these athletes and these celebrities and you redirect it back into yourself. And then you start studying your own highlight tape. You start knowing all your own stats. You start focusing on your goals. Everybody was born to win, but programmed to lose. People list all the wins of a celebrity or all the wins of an athlete in a split second, but then you ask them, how many times did you win last week? And they don't know because they don't pay attention to their own wins. They want to focus on another celebrity's wins or athlete's wins. Peace and blessings and abundance to everybody in the chat. Ben Tipton, Hazil Flores, Castaneda, Maggie May, and King EB II. Just really think about this. You know an athlete's name. You know an athlete's middle name. You know what high school an athlete went to. You know what college the athlete went to. You know what NFL team the athlete plays for. You know all the different teams that athlete was traded to. You know the time frame. You know the date. You know the minute. You know the second. You know how many kids they got. You know if they married. You know their kids' middle names. You know their wife's middle name. You know where the wife went to high school at. You know where the kids went to high school at. You know where the kids went to college at. You know where the wife went to college at. You know how much money they make. You know all their investments. What are your investments? Do you know how much money you make? What's your middle name? You got to start I'm serious. Buy a jersey and put your own name on the back, and never again wear another NFL or sports jersey with somebody else's name on the back. You think athletes care about you? You think celebrities care about you? No. Care about yourself. Literally, buy a jersey, put your own name on the back, pick whatever number you like, and wear that jersey. Somebody asks you, what's your favorite team? My favorite team is myself. You see my name on the back of the jersey? That's my favorite team. That's who I'm a fanatic of. That's who I know about. That's who I study. That's whose highlight film I study. That's who I want to win. I want me to win. I don't care what NFL team wins. I don't care what NBA team wins. I don't care what athlete wins. I don't care what celebrity wins. I want me to win. What team you rooting for? I'm rooting for my team. I'm going to win. You see my name on the back of the jersey? That's my name on the back of the jersey. I'm going to win. Who cares about these celebrities and what they're doing? You're literally wasting your life when you worry about what they're doing. When you think thoughts about what your favorite athlete or celebrity is doing, you literally waste time of your life. We all know life is short. We got 24 hours in a day. Yeah, put a parlay on yourself. For real. Put a parlay on yourself. You out here placing I'm messing up. You out here placing bets on these athletes, placing bets on these celebrities. Oh, this team is gonna win the over and under. Not only are people man, these peas. Not only are people placing bets on athletes, but they losing thousands. If you bet on yourself, you ain't gonna lose. People are betting on athletes every single Monday, every single Thursday, every single Sunday, every single Tuesday, every single Wednesday, every single Thursday, every single Friday, every single Saturday. People are betting on college games. They're betting on high school games. They're betting on NFL games. They're betting on everything. And they losing everything. How about you place a bet on yourself that you going to win in a year, that you going to win in 2 weeks, that you going to win in 5 days, that you going to win in 3 years, that you going to win in 5 years, that you going to win in 6 years, that you going to win in 7 years, that you going to win in 8 years, that you going to win in 10 years. How about you place a bet on yourself? Like King EB II said, put a parlay on yourself. How about you do that? How about you spend time doing that? Like a poker game, put all the chips on you. Like a card game, you got the full house. Like bowling, you got the strike. Like baseball, you hit the home run. Forget Barry Bonds, you hit the home run. Forget Babe Ruth, you hit the home run. Forget Derek Jeter. You hit the home run. Forget Cristiano Ronaldo. You scored a goal. Forget Messi. You scored a goal. Forget Pele. You scored a goal. Forget Jordan. You dunk it. Forget LeBron James. You dunk it. You're programmed to lose. You're programmed to be a fanatic of celebrities and athletes that don't. Think about this. You know the name of celebrity. You know the name of athlete. You know their middle name. You know their high school, college, and NFL, NBA stats. You know what they invest in. You know how many businesses they got. You know their highlight films. You know all their stats from the highlight tapes from high school to college, the NFL, the NBA. But do you know all your wins from high school to college to out of college? Do you know what your highlight reel? You know what your highlight reel look like? How about you spend time studying your highlight reel of your life, so you can know more about yourself, so you can learn more about yourself, so you can grow more about yourself. "24 hours. That's all we got. 24 hours. There's no way that an athlete or a celebrity should get more of your time than you get of your time. I understand we live in a world people want to be entertained. How about your entertainment is watching your own highlight tape? How about your entertainment is getting your own jersey and putting your name on the back and wearing that and say, go, 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 go. My team is going to win. What's the team name? Me. My name is the team name. Go, go, go. We're going to the championship. We're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to the NBA Finals. We're going to the World Cup. Your team is winning. Who cares about celebrity team, athlete team, NFL teams, NBA teams? Who cares? Your team is going to the championship. It's your training season. But like I was saying before I got off track, I'm back on track. I'm back on the beat. It's time to go. It's time to speak. It's time to reach the peak. But let's see. Like I was saying, you know these athletes' names. You know their middle names. You know how many kids they got. You know if they're married. You know their kids' names. You know their kids' middle names. You know their wife's middle name. You know their dad's middle name. You know their mom's middle name. You know their cousin's middle name. Do you think they know anything about you? Let me ask you a question. Do they know anything about you? No, they don't know anything about you. And it doesn't matter because you shouldn't be focused on knowing about them. You should be focused on knowing about you. Just imagine if you take all the extra hours that you be putting into celebrities, putting into athletes, and you put all them hours back into you. Imagine how fast you'll get to your goal. Imagine how fast you'll change your life. Imagine how much you'll improve. Imagine how much you'll rise. Study yourself, learn yourself, know yourself, watch your own highlight tape, put it on repeat over and over and over. Watch your own highlight tape. Program yourself with your own highlight tape. Study your own film. Prepare your team to win. You are your team. Prepare your team to win. Prepare your team to go all the way to the championship. Now, if you still want to watch sports, do it. But what I'm saying is, watching sports should be if you got 4 hours, watching sports should be 5 minutes of that 4 hours. Limit it all the way down. If you could limit it down to 0, do that. But what I'm saying is, it should be a very, 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 very tiny, like a decimal, like a point, compared to the ocean of you studying your own highlights, watching your own film, watching your game, rooting your team to win. We all have all the time we need. It's just about cutting out the distractions and the programming and putting all them extra hours you've been spending on athletes and studying their high school tapes. Think about that. This person, the athlete is in the NFL and you studying their highlight tape from high school. They ain't in high school. They in the NFL. They in the NBA. You studying high school film. Are you a scout or something? Are you a scout? Are you a scout? Are you a sports scout? You trying to recruit somebody? Why are you studying high school tape of somebody that's in the NFL, of somebody that's in the NBA? Why are you studying college tape of somebody in the NBA or somebody in the NFL? Why are you studying NBA and NFL tape? Why are you studying these athletes in the first place? Now, if you're getting paid for it, that's another thing. But most people ain't getting paid for being fanatics of athletes. The large majority of people ain't getting paid for being a fanatic of an athlete or knowing the stats or studying their stats or studying the film. Most people ain't getting paid for that. They just doing it. They just throwing their time away. They just wasting time. Then they want to complain like, I don't got enough time in the day. I'm busy. You ain't busy. You're a fanatic of the NFL and NBA athletes. We all have the time that we need. We just have to use it correctly and understand that you've been programmed like a TV changer. I say TV changer. Some people say remote, but either way, you've been clicked. You've been programmed. How about you take your life and you make a highlight tape and then you watch it on repeat? So then you program yourself with all your wins and then you go out there and you keep winning. How about you study your own film so you know what you need to work on and what you're already good at so you can improve yourself, so you can elevate yourself, so you can hop on the elevator and elevate yourself. It's never too late to break out of the programming. It's never too late. You can always break out of the program right now. I'm serious. Break out of the programming today. Go on Google, find somebody to sell jerseys and buy a jersey, put your name on the back, your last name, whatever. Put your name on the back. Put a number on it. And take your team to the championship. Matter of fact, to make it even better, put a team name on the front of your jersey. Whatever you want your name to be, whatever you want your team name to be, put that on the front of the jersey. So somebody asks you, what's your favorite sports team? Right here. But I never heard of that. Oh, yeah. They never heard of it because you just created it. And it don't matter if they ain't heard of it, because either way, we going to the ship. 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 It don't matter if they ain't heard about it. You heard about it. You know about it. That's all that matter. All you know is you going to the ship. You going to the championship. It's 24/7 training, and we going to the championship. We don't have an off season like the NBA and the NFL. It's 24/7 training, and we're going to the championship. We're watching highlight film every day, and we're going to the championship. We're studying game film every day, and we're going to the championship. And even better, we don't lose. We only win. So we're forever undefeated. Our team is forever undefeated. We just win. Because we're not in the box. We're not in the program, the box of trash that was created by this world for you to be programmed by celebrities and athletes. We're not in that box. So there ain't no L's. It's only W's. It's only wins. So we're going to the championship no matter what, because it's our team and we're out of the box. We're outside of the box. If you know what I mean, they program you to be in the box with the NFL and the NBA and all these professional leagues. They program you to be in the box, so they got wins and losses. We're outside of the box. There ain't no losses. It's only winning and learning. It's winning, it's learning, it's earning. It's W, it's L, it's E. WLE. Winning, learning, and earning. This is a real topic that people need to hear. Break free of the programming so you can go to the championship. Everybody is born to win and programmed to lose. Celebrities and athletes destroy you because you're programmed to be fanatics of athletes and celebrities, and that takes your time, and time you can't get back. So redirect your time away from the programming and redirect it back into yourself so you can rise, so you can elevate, so you can win, so you can rise, so you can prosper. You are born a winner and you are born to create. So go create and keep winning. Do not be a fanatic of celebrities and athletes. They don't know you. They don't know your name. They don't know your middle name. They don't know your last name. They don't care. Focus on yourself. Your team is going to the championship. Get a jersey. Put your name on the back. Put your favorite number on the back. Put your team name on the front. That is your new favorite team. That is the team that you watch highlights of. That is the team that you watch game film on. That is the team that you root for. Go, 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 go. That's the team that's going to the championship. All undefeated. W, L, and E. You either win, you learn, and you earn. Win, learn, and earn. Your team, your name on the back of the jersey. You're going to the championship. Break free from the programming of being a fanatic of athletes and celebrities. Study your own highlights. Study your own game film. Train. Win. Grow. And repeat it again. People literally know the stats of these athletes. Oh, yeah, back in 92, Jordan scored 57 and he had 13 assists and he had 2 steals and he played for 35.7391 seconds and he called 3 timeouts and he was sweating and it came over his right ear, and after it dripped around his right ear, it fell on the floor and another athlete that was guarding him slipped on it and then he crossed him up and then he dunked it. You know, people know all the stats of these athletes. But what are your stats? Can you do the same play-by-play on yourself, on your life, and your highlights, and your wins? If you can't, that's a problem. That's a big problem. That's a big problem. And that's the programming. You've been programmed. You need to break free from the programming. Change the channel. Unplug. Unplug. Break the box. Break the programming. Unplug. Smash the TV. Break the program. Unplug. And the reason I can speak on this, because I used to be plugged up to the sports. I used to be plugged up to NBA and athletes. So that's how I can speak on this, because I was like this years ago. I'll say like maybe 10 years ago or something. So unplug, break out of the programming. You're wasting time of your life that you cannot get back. You got things you want to accomplish, but you think you ain't got enough time because you're a fanatic of an athlete. You're a fanatic of a celebrity. You got things you want to accomplish, but I'm too busy, I don't got enough time. Well, how about you subtract all the hours that you're a fanatic of athlete and celebrity and studying them? How about you subtract all those hours and add them back into yourself? Just think about how many hours is spent when someone's a fanatic of an athlete or a celebrity. Let's say from 18 to 30. What is that, 12 years? Every Monday, every Thursday, every Sunday. You're watching games, 2-hour games, 2, 4, 6. 6 times 365 times 12. That's a lot of hours. That means all hours you could have been putting into yourself to accomplish your goal, putting into yourself so you can get rich, putting into yourself so you can get knowledge, so you can get understanding, so you can get wisdom, so you can study your own highlight tape, so you can study your own game film, so you can take your team to the championship. You cannot get wasted hours back. You cannot hit rewind on life like a VHS tape. You cannot hit fast forward on life like a DVD. Now is all there is. So if you're going to break free from the programming of worshiping and being fanatics of celebrities and athletes, you have to do it now. There ain't no tomorrow. Every time is now. Tomorrow at 3 p.m., what is it going to be? Yesterday? No, it's going to be now. All you have is now. So if you're breaking free from the programming, if you unplugging from the programming, you have to do it now. There is no tomorrow, I'll do it. There might not be no tomorrow. And there ain't no tomorrow because it's only now. It's only now. There's only now. Break free from the programming of being a fanatic of celebrities and athletes. You shouldn't know what no athlete did or what no celebrity did. You shouldn't know none of their stats. You shouldn't know their middle name. You shouldn't know their kid's middle name. You shouldn't know their wife's middle name. You shouldn't know their dad's middle name. You shouldn't know their mom's middle name. You shouldn't know their uncle's middle name. You shouldn't know their aunt's middle name. You shouldn't know their cousin's middle name. You shouldn't know their best friends. You shouldn't know their best friends' middle names. Stop. Stop it. Like the Michael Jordan meme. Stop it. Stop it. Get some help. Stop it. Get some help. You have to reprogram yourself with your own highlights. Study your own film. Study your game film. Train your team to go to the championship. Who cares about NFL teams and NBA teams and MLB teams and tennis teams and NHL teams, MLB teams, MLS teams? Who cares? You're wasting your life. You're wasting hours of your life that you're not going to get back. And then later in life, you're going to be having regrets like, I would have did this, but I had to go watch the NFL game on Monday, Thursday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I had to study the NFL athletes game film from middle school. They're an NFL star now, but I'm studying their middle school film. What are you doing? Stop it. Get help. This is serious topic. Get help. I'm serious. Get help. Get help. We have all the time we need. We just have to use our time wisely. Redirect your hours back to yourself. Redirect your attention back to yourself. Stop studying highlight tapes, game film of professional athletes when they were in kindergarten, when they were in middle school, when they were in high school, when they were in college, when they were in a professional league. Stop studying their film. Stop knowing their stats. Erase all that from your mind and reprogram your mind with your stats, with your highlight tape of your life. You've been programmed to lose, but you are born to win. So start winning. You are born to create and you are born a winner. So go create and keep winning. Being a fanatic of these athletes and celebrities is an addiction. It is an addiction, and it's a terrible addiction. It is a drug. It is a drug. Being a fanatic of these athletes and the celebrities is a drug. It's like somebody who pops a Molly and sweats. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody that pop a Molly, I'm sweating. Pop the Molly, I'm sweating. Trinidad James from back in the day, pop the Molly, I'm sweating. When you're a fanatic, you pop the Molly and you sweat. When you're a fanatic of these athletes and celebrities, you pop the Molly and you sweating. Unplug from the programming that was built to destroy you and your life. Stop wasting your hours being a fanatic. If you want to spend hours being a fanatic, then be a fanatic of yourself and your team with your jersey, with your name on the back, with your team name on the front. Do you want an autograph from your favorite athlete? How about you sign a piece of paper and you give yourself your own autograph? Like King EB the second says in the chat, put a parlay on yourself. Place a bet on yourself. Put all chips in for yourself. Put a parlay on yourself. How about you start doing that? How about you start betting on yourself? How does that sound to you? Does it sound like a good idea? I think it sounds like a great idea. If you're going to play the slot machines, play the slot machines for yourself so you can win big. Don't actually go and play the slot machines. I ain't saying that. I ain't promoting no type of gambling over here. I'm promoting you playing the slot machines for yourself in your own life. Bet on yourself. Put a parlay on yourself. Put all the poker chips in for yourself in your life. People need to hear this message because we all been programmed. This live is for sure. I know for sure this live is going to change some people's lives. This live, I know for sure, is going to change some people's lives when they go back and they watch the whole thing. I know it is. That's why I made it. Because I know it is. And it don't got to be a lot. If just one person's life changed because I made this live, I'm happy. One person who was on this live, or one person that sees this live after I end it, one person changed their life by hearing what I said in this live, I am happy. One person. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Now, schedule your 24 hours out like a boss would do. Schedule your 24 hours out. You got to be a boss before you become a boss. Listen, you got to be a boss before you become a boss. So start scheduling out your 24 hours. You should have a 24-hour schedule. Everything's scheduled out. Wake up at this time. Do this. Do that for an hour. Do this for an hour. Do that for an hour. Go to work. Get off work. Do this for an hour. Do that for an hour. Do that for an hour. Schedule everything out. Set alarms. Schedule your 24 hours out. Be a boss before you become a boss. Be a boss before you become a boss. Schedule your 24 hours out. That way, every hour you are improving, every hour you are elevating. Stick to the schedule. You can do it. It is possible. And it will change your life when you do it consistently. Say that then. Proper preparation and patience prepares you to prosper. Say that then. Proper preparation and patience prepares you to prosper. Say that then. Proper preparation and patience prepares you to prosper. This is the first live in YouTube history where anyone talked about exactly what I talked about in this live, in this video. This is a real message that people need to hear, and it will change somebody's life 100%. The programming is so deep, people are playing Fantasy League. Fantasy League? Fantasy League. That's how deep the programming is. Break free from the programming. Unplug the TV. Smash the TV with a hammer. Smash the TV with an axe. Break the TV. Break free from the programming. It's all about using your time more wisely. Like I said earlier in the video, earlier in this live, if you still want to watch athletes in sports leagues, do it. But don't do it more than you watch highlights and game film of yourself. You want to watch sports, you want to watch your favorite athletes, you watch them the size of a decimal, and you watch yourself the size of an ocean. You have all the time that you need. You just have to use your time wisely. If you use your time being a fanatic, you are using your time foolishly. I want you to win. We are born to win, programmed to lose. So when you break free from the programming, you're going to win because that is what you are born to do. Every single one of us has $1,000,000 ideas. Every single one of us has $1,000,000 ideas. We have everything we need. We are born to succeed. Programmed to lose. Programmed to be a fanatic of celebrities and athletes. And that is how you lose, because you lose literally hours of your life, time that you cannot get back. You cannot hit rewind and you cannot hit fast forward. There's only now. If you want to change, if you want to break free, you have to do it now. Tomorrow is still now. 3 years from now is still now. Like King EB II says in the chat, put a parlay on yourself. Peace and blessings in abundance.